Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly update, the last weekly update, June. Lots of things are going on in June, or kind of coming to a close, and one of which is the giveaway that we have. $100 gift certificate we're giving away on YouTube, $100 gift certificate we're giving away on Facebook. Both of those can be won by the same person. Basically all we need, and what we're kind of tallying together, is go on Facebook, tell us something you like about Fishy Business. Go on YouTube, tell us something below that you like about Fishy Business, whether it's the people you like dealing with here, whatever it is that makes you come shop us. Maybe you don't like Fishy Business, but you're forced to shop there anyway. Whatever it is that brings you into us, definitely give us a shout out and we'll enter you in the drawing. One thing I do want to mention too is there are 8 days left to purchase the FX6 for $299, I think. The Red Sea dosing pumps have officially arrived. We've got the one that'll do 4 and the one that will do 2. So both of these dosing systems that you saw on a video 2 Saturdays ago possibly, with Alan Heath from Red Sea trying to give an overview of it, they are here. If you're in the market for a dosing pump, I've got them. Okay, so we are getting ready to start the freshwater video, but this week I have a treat. I have the manager of the freshwater department, Kevin Walker. He's going to take you through it, or walk you through it.
Hi, I'm Kevin Walker. I'm the freshwater manager at Fishy Business, and I'm here to show you my picks of the week of what came in. We got a lot of nice new stuff in. I'm dying to show you. Come and take a look. These are the Ahlis. They came in looking exceptional. Often whenever we get them, they're still so juvenile that they have not colored up yet to advantage. These are in full color and they look stellar. They actually rival the color of some saltwater fish. This is an orange blotch Compressiceps. Color not commonly seen in this particular fish. We've gotten in some albino ones recently which were also cool looking, but I thought these are really cool looking. They've got like an interesting, almost like a leopard-like pattern to them. Really cool fish. The angle of the face of the fish makes it more exotic looking, giving it kind of the look of a saltwater fish to me. This is a beautiful male red Empress in full color that we got in. I'm going to be getting more of them. I wanted to see how good they looked. This is a fish that commonly when we get them as juveniles, they are often all silver as juveniles and you can't tell the male from female very well. This is a male in full color. A female that same size would be solid silver instead of having any color. Beautiful fish. We get in some beautiful looking German blue rams in stock. Look really good and healthy. These are a cichlid, but they are a dwarf cichlid that's very, very docile. Classed as a community fish actually, so this is a cichlid you could keep in with your other community fish. These are some beautiful striking red glass rosy barbs. We've gotten into neon rosy barbs in the past that were very striking as well. These, instead of having solid metallic all the way through, have metallic breaks in, giving them kind of like a pearl scaling. Beautiful fish. This is actually probably one of my favorite freshwater fish, if not my very favorite freshwater fish. This is the Geophagus Surinamensis. They are gentle giants. They do get about 8 to 10 inches long and full length. They grow long streamers from the tails and the other fins, resembling a saltwater fish very much in that aspect. Another thing I really like about them is their activity. They're almost always moving the bottom around. They're also called earth eaters for obvious reasons. Track eels. Good size on these guys. They've been running small lately and I was glad to see the size these came in. Really cool addition to any tank. We got in some really nice looking green tiger barbs. They came in really nice, really big. Awesome addition to any semi-aggressive tank. Also the red tail sharks also seen in this tank. Really good size. Look really nice and healthy. The red tail sharks though, whenever you keep them, you're going to do best if you keep them singularly instead of in groups. They don't like each other when they become sexually mature. We did get in coolie loaches finally. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on these guys. We finally got a batch in. They look really nice and healthy. So we did finally get the loaches in. We got in some really, really nice looking Threadfin Rainbows. Threadfin Rainbows are a dwarf variety. They don't get as large as most other rainbows, do excellent in most community tanks. The males are going to have longer fins than the females will. Excellent addition to any community tank.
Okay, so let's take a stroll through saltwater. Okay, first up is the adult or almost adult version of the Emperor Angel, one of the most popular angel fish in the hobby because it has a mask like the Lone Ranger and it is just a flat out beautiful fish. Now, there's nothing wrong with him, he just came in and is getting his bearings, but he's a little reclusive and just trying to kind of figure out where he is right now. Not the most reef safe angel fish in the world, although I have kept them in 2 different reef aquariums. They will typically go after certain corals. You're not going to know which until you put them in, as all angels are different even within a species. But this is a beautiful, beautiful fish, especially if you have a fish only. This is the juvenile version of the Emperor Angel. So this is what he looks like as a baby, and I got one of these as well. All the same things apply to this fish as I just told you in the other video, but how beautiful is that? Leopard Wrasses came in this week. This is a super favorite of mine. They do really well in a lot of different environments. Typically they will do very well in a reef aquarium. I've got both the black leopard and the more common version of the Leopard Wrasse, but they are phenomenal. They will bury themselves in the sand. They will eat small things in the tank, different types of invertebrates and things like that. But they typically stay away from most of the invertebrates that you will keep in an aquarium, like snails, shrimp, things like that, unless they get really, really big and aggressive. In my service accounts, I have not ever really had a problem with the Leopard Wrasses. So Reagan insisted this week on getting some crazy things that I would not like her to get, but she got anyway. And the first up on these is the toadfish. This is a really cool fish, so I completely understand why she got it. It is venomous. It would need to go in a tank with things that it is not big enough to eat, which would pretty much be anything the size of it or smaller. It's very cool. You can see it's fairly cryptic. Beautiful fish in an ugly sort of way, or an ugly fish in a beautiful sort of way. Any way you want to do that. But with lionfish, larger bodied fish, it would be perfectly fine. Again, it is venomous, but it is cool. If you're a Clemson fan, this is the fish for you. This is the Harlequin Tusk. It is a fairly aggressive fish. It's a wrasse. It gets very big. Typically you see them come from the Indo-Pacific and Australia. It has a good temperament with other fish of like sizes, as you can see in this particular tank. Very beautiful, stays out, typically an aggressive feeder and a hardy fish. Next on the list is a very popular reef trigger. Yes, you heard me right. This is a trigger that is typically more or less safe for a reef. There are some individuals that will pick at small invertebrates and things like that, but the blue jaw trigger is one of the least aggressive of all the triggers. And if you wanted to try one in a reef aquarium, this would be the one that I would pick for you to try. The blue jaw trigger, absolutely gorgeous trigger fish. Okay, so we got a decent sized bamboo shark this week. A lot of people have been asking about sharks, and we don't usually have the tank space for them, so Reagan picked this week to get one. This is a beautiful specimen. As you can see, he's probably about, 12 inches or so. He's come in doing really well. He went immediately to hide, but you can see you need a decent sized tank for him if you're going to keep one. But if you've ever wanted a real shark, we've got one. Okay, so fish I've been trying to get for a while, thank you Reagan for getting them, is the twin spot chorus wrasse, Chorus agula. This is a fish that also changes color, changes shape a little bit as it gets larger. This is probably one of, if not the best, bristleworm eating wrasse that we get. I have put them in tanks before where they've not eradicated, because I think that's impossible, but they've gotten the population down considerably. And as you can see, they're looking through the sand right now for whatever they can find. As typical with the chorus wrasse, they will bury themselves in the sand. You can almost set your watch by them when they come out and go in. But a great hardy fish long term, and will absolutely do some work on some bristleworms. So twin spot chorus wrasse while I have them. This is definitely the week of wrasses. This is the dragon wrasse. A lot of people put these in reef aquariums, and as they get a little bit larger, they can play a little bit of havoc with some certain invertebrates. I've kept them successfully in reef tanks. Biggest issue you're going to have with the dragon wrasse is he likes to peruse the bottom of the tank, flip rocks over, flip sand up. This one may actually do it before we're done with the video, but it is a great conversation piece. The way it swims is in a kind of very radical motion. It doesn't have the normal swimming pattern of most fish, so that makes it unique as well. But it is a very cool fish, typically very hardy. This is the dragon wrasse. All right, this guy just came in, so he's a little reclusive, but we got in a gorgeous blue hippo tang. We actually got a couple in, but this one was the largest, so it's the one I picked for the video. I do think on the other side we have one or two small ones. This one has great weight for a large blue tang. Typically when the Hippopotamus tangs come in, they have pinched bellies of this size. I mean, they typically will have a pinched belly, but this guy's pretty robust, so it wouldn't take much to get him established. Great fish. Availability was really good again this week. I got in some 6-line wrasses. They just went away. There we go. This is a great fish for a lot of different reasons. One, it's very compatible with a lot of different fish. Two, it will go in smaller aquariums. In fact, this specimen that you're looking at right here is fairly large. They will typically kind of hunt for any type of small food items that they can find. All in all, very hardy. You can actually see where he's already come in, he's already searching for food. These fish are very, very hardy. They're typically long-lived, and you can keep them in a small tank like the BioCube. Okay, so the blue spot Watchman Goby. I like to show this fish when we have it. It came in today. It's a little cryptic right now as well, but this is a very ornate goby. It has a real high dorsal fin with typically 2 or 3 spots on the top of it. It's beautiful in color because it has a yellow body with all these little blue markings, blue dots on it. It's a fairly hardy fish, it's fairly long-lived. It's going to make a home or a burrow on the bottom of your tank, whether it's a reef tank, invert system, whatever. But it's a great, great fish, and we got lots of gobies and blennies this week. Too many to show on the video, and I'm going to close the saltwater section right here, but tell you there are about 6 times more fish than I showed you different that are what's here. There were a lot of saltwater fish this week. Okay, so that was a quick overview of the weekly update. Just reminding you once again, there are 7 days left for the drawing. We will be doing that next Wednesday. Kat will take care of the honors on that. I hope you have a great week. Have fun on vacation. That seems to be where most people are right now, judging by the numbers through the doors. And it's ironic because we got a ton of fish this week. So come see us if you're in town. I wish you a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, God bless, and we'll see you back here next week.